Well, welcome back, everyone. We have Lindsey Gallaugher, our naturalist from Johnny Appleseed. And welcome, Lindsey.
Good morning, Chris.
Today we're going to be talking about what to do with those Christmas trees. You know, Christmas is over. What do we do with them?
Well, although the calendar tells us that Christmas has come and gone, don't be tempted to toss your tree just yet. There's still some magic in those tinseled tannenbaums, and the spirit of the holiday season can be extended by giving back in your own backyard. So live-cut Christmas trees can be repurposed and recycled in multiple ways, but one of the best uses that I think there are for your fresh-cut trees are to create a bird feeding station in your backyard, especially through the winter months. So winter is a really tough time for animals, and for animals that don't migrate or hibernate, they have to adapt. So like our winter birds here in Ohio. And birds actually do a really great job fluffing up their feathers, trapping that warm, insulating air, and finding roosting sites that are out of the snow and the wind, but they rely on high quality, high energy food sources to generate that body heat. That's why wintertime bird feeding is such a popular hobby for us, and it's a great source of food for the birds. So once you have all the lights off, the tinsel down, and the ornaments are carefully packed away for next year, take your tree outside and redecorate it just for the birds.
I love it.
So you can make garlands out of strung popcorn and cranberries. You can even tie peanuts to a twine or string, and blue jays especially love peanuts, so that can create a garland. You can also slice fresh oranges or apples and make fruit ornaments like that. Or my favorite way to make ornaments for your outside bird tree is to make them out of cereal or birdseed. So I have some examples up here, making some oat ring ornaments. I have them in different shapes here. You just string them on a pipe cleaner and fold them in any shape you like. And then, of course, the tried and true peanut butter pine cone, right?
Yep,
You've made one or two of these before.
I have.
So I'd like you to demonstrate for us, if you would, because it's really simple. And if you've never made a peanut butter pine cone in your life, it's something that you gotta do.
I know, this is great for the kids as well, you know?
Absolutely. It keeps them busy. So that time between Christmas and New Year's is everyone's getting a little cabin fever, maybe.
Right. So I'll just do a little one because, you know, I got the little pine cone right here. So you have your peanut butter.
Right. It's always best to tie the twine on first, acts as a hanger. It's really organized.
I made that mistake before. And then you got peanut butter everywhere.
Just a mess.
All right, so I'm going to take a spoon here and just kind of take the spoon, rub the peanut butter all over the pine cone, right?
Smear it on.
Just smear it on.
Any kind of peanut butter will work. We want to focus on maybe staying more natural, preservative-free, because really you just want ground peanuts. And then in terms of the seed that you're going to stick on it, really black oil sunflower seed is going to be the best choice. It's the biggest bang for your buck. High quality, high protein, high fat source of food for those birds. A lot of the wild bird foods have millet and other grains, fillers mixed in there.
They call them fillers, right?
Yeah, it helps cut down the cost, but this is going to be the best way for you to do it here.
All right.
Just smush them in.
So you take your pine cone that's covered with peanut butter and then you just roll it around in the seeds as such. And then look at that, it's just covered with yummy goodness for the birds.
And you can use all those decorations outside. It makes a really gorgeous outside tree for the wildlife.
Yeah.
Now, if that seems like maybe it's a little too much work and you don't want to get extravagant with your outside tree, actually just taking your Christmas tree outside and creating a brush pile or adding it to your brush pile really helps. So if you have one started, nestle your tree in there. But if you don't already have one, just start taking the branches off. And you want to be a little strategic about how you create your brush pile. You'd like to layer the logs in the same direction, one level, and then on an opposite level up top, you want to alternate them at 90 degrees. And that creates these pockets of space because the brush pile is a good place to create denning sites, nesting sites, and cover for like the critters that we have here. So we have a fox squirrel, gray squirrel, skunk, chipmunks, and rabbits can also use that brush pile. And if you created a brush pile in the late summer, early fall with your yard work, it's a great place for all those overwintering insects to live. Now, a last way to repurpose your live-cut Christmas trees, and one you might not have thought of, you can actually provide really great aquatic habitat for critters like our fish over here. So sinking a Christmas tree, it actually supports the entire aquatic ecosystem, so starting to feed those tiny zooplankton up to the little invertebrates and then the tiny bait fish, and it provides a place for the bait fish to hide so that then further on, as you add in your sport fish, it can attract, support, and sustain those sport fish. Now here in Allen County, we don't have have any programs currently for sinking Christmas trees. U.S. Fish and Wildlife and works with across the nation with different state DNRs to coordinate those events. But if you're a private landowner, that might be something you can consider if you want to keep those healthy fish habitat in your backyard.
That's true. I like these are all such great ideas because, you know, some people are just like, what do I do with my tree? You know, just want to just throw it away.
You can always do your curbside tree recycling programs. You could always mulch it, but if you give back for wildlife, then you're bringing them in your own backyard.
All right. Well, Lindsey Gallaugher, thank you so much for joining us today. I do appreciate it.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Well, don't go away because we have more.